MailerLite versus GetResponse for a newsletter. Only what you really need to understand.
All right, so first of all, let me just tell you very quick how this is completely different from all of the other reviews. Basically, vast majority, all of the reviews really tell you all of the different features of the softwares, but they just give you a list and that's it. And at the end, you are still confused because you don't really know what actually is the best for your specific needs. Whereas what I try to do with my reviews is I don't tell you about all of the different features. I tell you only specific features that you actually need to know to make a decision. And I tell you what tool is best for your specific case because it's always dependent. So I don't waste your time. I tell you only what you really need to know. I put in a lot of work and effort, me and my team, trying to figure this stuff out. And also I have discounts and bonuses for all of the different tools that I talk about, so check all of the links. By the way, I created a blueprint for the best business model out there, so check the description. Okay, so we will start out with some marketing features because when it comes to newsletters, marketing is one of the main priorities. So first of all, we have referral program. So this is within your newsletter, you can have a section that you give out something in exchange for a referral. Let's say like if people refer 3 people, you're going to give them something. If they refer 10 people, you're going to give them something. If they refer 100 people, you're going to give them something, whether it's some digital freebie, coaching session, some physical good, whatever it is. There's a lot of cases of newsletter softwares growing crazy using this exact thing. So it can be very, very beneficial. So MailerLite, they don't have it within their software, so you need to use a third-party software, but with additional tool, you're able to do it. GetResponse, you need to use a third-party software to be able to do this. Next, super important marketing feature is the recommendation network. And what this means is basically, let's say someone subscribes to your newsletter and then you have this pop-up that shows other newsletters that they might be interested in. So you're kind of exchanging this newsletter subscriber, whatever you want to call it. It can be a very powerful way of growing your list as well, because you don't really need to do anything. You just need to find someone to have these recommendations exchanges with. MailerLite, unfortunately, you don't have this feature and there's no app as of now to do it. GetResponse doesn't have this and can't integrate it. So I will have a link for this whole doc and I will keep on updating it and adding some additional information, and I have discounts for all of these tools and bonuses, so check out the description. By the way, I have made a video comparing all of the best newsletter software, so I will link that below. Next, let's talk monetization, and first of all, sponsored posts. So these are called different on different platforms, but basically what this means is that within your newsletter, you can ask people to subscribe to other newsletters and you actually get paid for that, usually somewhere between from as little as $1 to as much as maybe $5 if people just subscribe to a different newsletter. MailerLite doesn't have it and it's impossible to use any other tool. GetResponse doesn't have this. By the way, I have created a document of 50 best growth hacks used by the biggest marketers out there. Check the link below. Next, we have ad network. This is again part of monetization strategy, and ad network basically just means that the software allows you to find ads automatically being placed on your newsletters, so they save you a lot of time. Do keep in mind that you will need to pay usually 20% fee for that, and even if they don't have ad network, you can go out and find ads yourself, or there are specific tools that allow you to do it and you'll just pay fees for those tools. I will leave all of the links for all of the additional tools that I mentioned, by the way, as well. MailerLite doesn't have ad network, but there are other tools that you can use. GetResponse doesn't have ad network, but you can use other tools. The next point for monetization as well is digital products, and this is honestly, you can make a lot of money through sponsored posts and ad network. However, if you really want to level up to the next level and make a lot of money from your newsletter, then digital products is the way to go. This is where you can really make a lot of money. And I have, by the way, a whole channel dedicated on just building a digital product business. So I will leave all of the links. Check that out. With MailerLite, you can sell digital products, and I would say they have a fairly good functionality when it comes to setting up different e-commerce things that you will want, like ad retargeting and stuff like that. GetResponse has a functionality to sell digital products, and actually they have very advanced tools because you're able to build out different funnels and whatnot. It's almost a mix between email marketing and a funnel software. Now, the next thing is, again, monetization, and we're talking subscriptions. So technically this is a digital product as well, but I put it separately because this is just one digital product that some softwares allow you, whereas with digital products, there's so many different products that you can be selling. MailerLite allows you to have paid subscriptions. GetResponse allows you to have paid subscriptions. Now, the next step is design. And when it comes to design, this is basically how exactly you can design your actual newsletter, and also when it comes to your opt-in pages, forms, landing pages, all of those kind of things. MailerLite is a 9 out of 10. You can create really beautiful looking newsletters with MailerLite. GetResponse is a 9 out of 10, and I would say 9 out of 10 because of the newsletters, but actually when you look at their landing pages and their pop-ups, opt-ins, all of that, they have very high functionality. You can create some really amazing designs, and it's way better than all of the other email marketing tools. So I would give 10 out of 10 for that, but when it comes just to the newsletter itself, I will say it's a 9 out of 10. Now, next thing we got is integrations, and why this is important is basically because if you're using other tools, so for example, let's say you are running a store on Shopify, or you're running your website on WordPress, or you just want to use specific tools for your conversions, for running ads, let's say, whatever it really is, you will need to have integrations, especially if you want to build a really big business. MailerLite has been out there for a long time. So when it comes to integrations, it's a 9 out of 10. You will be able to integrate almost every tool. I think they literally have hundreds of different integrations. GetResponse has a ton of different integrations, so it is a 9 out of 10. Now, the next really important thing is automations, and this is important for basically your conversions. So if you are running a business, you are doing certain offers that you are promoting, whether it's digital products, affiliate, whatever it is, you want to set up certain automations that will just help you to make money on autopilot. I can't emphasize how important that is and how much easier it's going to make your life. MailerLite actually has really amazing automations. I will give it a 9 out of 10. It has almost everything I would say you will need. The only reason I'm giving it a 9 is because there are some other email marketing softwares that are really next level, but it has all the main functionalities. GetResponse has a lot of automation, so it is a 9 out of 10. Next we have user experience, and one of the things is the ease of use, how easy, just how simple it is to use the software. MailerLite, when it comes to ease of use, is probably one of my favorite softwares because it's just so simplistic, and I put 9 out of 10, but honestly it could maybe even be a 10 out of 10. It's super straightforward, especially considering how many different advanced functions they have, and they have a lot of video tutorials as well how to do certain things. When it comes to ease of use with GetResponse, I'm actually quite surprised because it is a very advanced software. They have a lot of different functionalities, but I will give them a 9 out of 10 because it is still very straightforward even with all of the different stuff they have. So when it comes to pricing, I will say that when it comes to MailerLite pricing, first of all, you have completely free plans, so up to 1,000 subscribers, you don't need to pay anything. There is a limit of 12,000 emails per month, and you get a fairly good chunk of different features. However, if you will want to, let's say, sell digital products, have auto resend campaigns, some of these more advanced features, or some really advanced features like Facebook integration, AI writing assistant, all of these things, you will need to proceed to other plans. But the other plans, they start as cheap as $10 per month. However, this is only for 500 subscribers. And the advanced plan is only $20 per month, and that's again for 500 subscribers. I would say that with growing business, you actually get crazy amount of the different features. For most people, that might be enough. You will only need to go with advanced if you want to really take it to the next step. You want to run Facebook ads, you want to have multiple triggers and automations, you want to have that smart sending and things like that. But really, for a lot of people, the advanced plan, the growing business plan, sorry, might be enough. And if we increase this in comparison to just to compare for 10,000 subscribers, growing business is $73 a month, which is the cheapest out there that you will find, and advanced is only $110 as well, so it's really the best value for money. With GetResponse, you basically have 3 different types of pricings. So you have email marketing, you have marketing automations, and you have e-commerce marketing. So the main difference here between these plans, and actually let me just do 10,000 contacts. So with email marketing, for 10,000 contacts, it's only $79 a month, and here you get unlimited newsletters. You have basically all of the basic functionality that you will need, but I would say where it really shines is if you go with the marketing automations plan. And here it's costing $114 a month, which I would say is somewhere around the average range. But here now you get event-based workflows, you get all of these different sales funnels, advanced segmentation, so you get really a lot of tools, and especially the part of creating the sales funnels. And if you're really going for selling your offer, then this is really a great value, because some of the sales funnels, they're going to cost you this amount a month for 10,000 subscribers, whereas here you get a bunch of really advanced email marketing features as well. And if you want to go for e-commerce, that's going to be $200 a month, and here you get some additional stuff like abandoned cart recovery, product codes, product recommendations, paid and on-demand webinars, e-commerce tracking. So as you can see here, you go really deep, and this is basically a full out e-commerce marketing software, so you can run a newsletter and also run a full-on e-commerce store without having 2 tools. You can have everything in one package. I think this is some of the best value you will get for your money. All right, so now let's talk overall what is the best use case, why you should use certain software based on your specific needs. This is probably the most important part. When it comes to MailerLite, MailerLite is basically best value for money. There is no sponsored post network, which is one of the downsides that you have on a couple of other tools. So if you were planning to make a lot of money through that, even though I would say that's probably shouldn't be the main functionality how you're making money. It should be just maybe part of it. But if that is a deal breaker for you, then it doesn't have this functionality. However, you can sell digital products, which you can make a way more money you doing that. It has vast majority of automation tools, all of the opt-ins, integrations, all of these kind of things, and it's great to use it with your own website. If you run, let's say, your website on WordPress or whatever else it is, it's really, I put it for newsletters because even though usually it's an email marketing software, it's really a good option to actually run a newsletter and make a lot of money for much cheaper price, and having way better automation functions and better monetization functions with digital product selling. When it comes to GetResponse, I put it to all of the newsletters because technically it's email marketing software, but you can use it for newsletters. And specifically, well, you don't have sponsored posts, which is one downside of the way you can make money. However, there are other ways such as selling digital products and running ads and all of that. And especially if you are selling some sort of offer, then it can be a really great tool. And this is why I wanted to include it to a newsletter software, because it's basically sort of like a hybrid of a sales funnel builder, and it has some very advanced e-commerce features. So you sort of get best of the both worlds. Instead of having a newsletter software and then building out a separate website to build out a sales funnel, which you can do as well. There's nothing wrong with that because you might get even more advanced. But this is sort of an all-in-one almost a solution where, okay, you get vast majority of the stuff for email marketing, but you also can get very advanced with selling your offer. So that's a great option basically if you have specific offer that you want to sell and you want to get very advanced with how you're going to be selling it.